good old boy who loves burning rubber and driving fast.
All right, rolling in the shop. GTO sitting over here looking good as always.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful.
Dang, bro.
Got a lot of work done.
I ain't showed them yet, but I see you got a lot done.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Went together nice and smooth.
God, that looks good.
That kit from Elderbrock is so nice and smooth.
Holy crap, that looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was going to, but dang.
Yeah, no, I mean, got a couple of issues we got to address. The throttle body don't fit because of the hood.
Ah.
So, I'm scheming on that right now. I got to modify the coil brackets a little bit because I did not want to take the factory plugs off the injector harness. So
yep.
I bought the adapters that just plug and play. And they have this little plastic deal on the bottom. It won't fit because it won't push up that high.
Gotcha.
So.
Just minor though.
Yeah, nothing really bad.
And again, this kit was really not for GTO.
No,
F-body.
it's for a Camaro. So.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's gone very smooth. Everything's bolted down, torqued, everything's good.
Oh, you even got the power steering pump all.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
All I got to do is relocate the, which I'm going to use this hole right here, is the reservoir. And I mean, that was pretty simple. So.
God, it looks so cool. I can't wait to hear it.
Oh, me too. I can't wait.
It's hard to beat the sounds of a supercharger.
It is. They sound so good. That whine inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not too many things
yeah.
to beat that. I mean, you're a little used to it. I'm not.
Well,
I don't know if you hear that though.
It's according to what supercharger we got on and how fast we're spinning it.
Oh, I guess
you got to remember how loud the car is anyway. But from the driver's seat though, sometimes you can kind of hear it because it's right behind your head.
Yeah, you hear the whine.
Yeah, yeah. No, so here's the real story though. It's just me and Jeffrey.
Yep.
You know what that means? We'll get a lot done.
Yes, we will. We'll be able to get a ton done. I think we'll be good. I think we ought to tackle the suspension. I'm waiting on my motor guy to just help me pin the crank, and then that's done.
Oh, cool.
The motor's done.
Oh, so you're actually going to pin it?
I have to, because the factory LS crank doesn't have a pin or a keyway or anything. It's just a press fit.
And we're adding load by adding the supercharger.
But I was kind of stumped because I've never put an ATI balancer on a stock crank. And I've always had them on aftermarket ones that were keyway. So I talked to JC at ATI, and he said, yes, you still have to drill and pin it.
Right.
It
just makes sense.
Yeah. And
so we're going to play with Pedders stuff then.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be all we're messing with. We got to do all four corners, shocks, springs, struts, all that stuff. Yeah, we got a lot we can play with.
Heck yeah. All right, we're going to go to work.
All right.
We'll bring y'all along.
If it'll start, it's pretty cold. And it's on alcohol.
Oh yeah, it may not.
Oh, it's saying 70 degrees.
Good old alcohol, you never know.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Maybe. That little Honda is so freaking cool. It's a whole lot of motor in a little bitty car. Thing's freaking cool. All right, Jeffrey's fixing to put us to work here. What are we doing?
Yeah, we got some beautiful coilovers and shocks from Pedders. So it's time to get them installed. And I mean, we got a lot of work to do. I've never done any of this on a GTO.
I certainly haven't. All I know is I'm pretty excited about this stuff here because all the Googling I did, if you've got a Holden, kinda, we do.
AKA Pontiac.
AKA Pontiac. You want Pedders. That's the stuff you want. And those guys are based in Australia, but they have a place in California, and we called them up, ordered a full kit.
Yeah.
And then I see you got some axles laying here, which we got from Summit, some G-Force.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about some clutch dumping and tire spinning.
I'm gonna leave that on you. I'll be the parts installer. But no, I think it's gonna go great. I mean, I'm excited to.
I am too, because like I say, I did a pile of digging about all the suspension for the Holden / GTO, and nothing but good things about the Pedders stuff. So
yeah, I mean it's a super complete kit too. I mean, we do have sway bars, which I don't know that we'll get to that right now, but I mean, even came with new lanes, new shocks for the rear, and I love how everything's adjustable.
that is pretty cool.
You can pick your ride height, super low, stock, whatever you need. It's really beautiful stuff, and it even says Holden right on.
Does it really?
Yes, and it
Sure
says
does.
VT/VZ sedan.
Wow.
Which I'll tell you, when I was over there, I couldn't tell the difference. I didn't know what was what. I was saying, oh man, look, here's a G8. They're like, that's a VZ, bro. And I'm like, no, sorry.
Okay. All right.
Don't know. But, all right.
So there's one thing I learned, and I've been up here a lot. Nothing leaves this shop unless it's really low. I do know that.
Yes.
And the other thing I learned from some of my buddies with the T-County farm trucks, if it ain't low, it must be slow.
That's it.
That's a good saying. I
is.
stole it. I use it all the time. All right, we're going to go to work, y'all. We got parts. We got a Holden, and we got the GTO. I don't know. I keep calling it both, but it's actually, really and truly, it is the Scholarship GTO is what it is. And we're fixing to make it handle better and sit better. That's the game plan. All right, we peeled some bubble wrap off. Check this out for the rear shocks. Man, that is just absolute nice. I mean, dang, look at the quality of that stuff. It's beautiful.
I love it. It's billet. I love everything
That is
billet.
so nice.
That's going to be beautiful.
I mean, when you first look at that, it just looks like, oh, a standard O shock come from, you know, the parts store, but obviously threaded. That's like totally infinitely adjustable is what that is.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at even the top cap. That's all billet. I mean it.
The bump stops are nice. Golly, that is super nice.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the nicest kits I've ever messed with.
Wow. All right, time to go to work. There we go. Boy, that it was not too bad, really. I mean,
it really wasn't that bad at all. I mean, a little tedious, but
yeah, I mean,
nothing.
probably biggest thing we did was spit time, you know, run thread chases through to get all the Loctite out of there, but the G-force axles from Summit, boom, right in. Absolutely love these shocks from Pedders. They are so nice. And that is the coolest thing ever. Freaking spring and just the ride height. I mean,
yeah,
that
makes
is cool.
It so nice.
So we did a quick little ride height check, and of course, Jeffrey's like, it's gotta be lower.
Yeah.
And it's so simple.
Very simple.
I mean, it's just like,
So I'm gonna take them all the way down.
yeah,
And see where
just
that.
let that down and boom. Simple.
Yep. Very, very simple.
Day 2, fixing to start on the front with this Pedders stuff here. Man, it's so nice. I know I keep saying that. And I just know nice parts when we see it. Nice stuff's nice stuff, ain't it?
100%.
That's all there is to it.
It is nice, man. They made that kit so simple and easy.
It really is. Really is. So struts going on the front today. The back, I mean, we're pretty much wrapped up back there.
Yeah, I mean,
think.
once we get the front done, we can set it on the ground, make our final adjustments for our desired ride height. Then, yeah, that'll pretty much put a wrap on suspension, send it out, get it aligned.
Yep. We got to do sway bars.
Sway bars, yeah.
Yep, we do got to do that. But installation's really simple, and neither one of us have ever done it before. So,
Yeah.
so far so good.
Not on a Holden.
Yeah, not on a Holden. All right, we have dug in. I say we, it's really Jeffrey. But struts off of each side. Got the struts out of there. We've got the sway bar unbolted, which is under here. It ain't coming out real easy.
No, we're gonna have to drop the cradle to get it out.
We're drag race guys, but we're gonna make this thing where it returns. So
yeah,
getting the sway bar out looks like just gonna drop the engine cradle down a couple inches and get that out of there.
Yeah, not too bad.
We got some nice stock axles and shocks, 1,300 miles on. Getting ready to put those Pedders in there. But we're switching gears for a moment because we've got sway bars at powder coat will be ready tomorrow. So Jeffrey decided we needed to put a bigger fuel pump in here. Yep. We're going to be burning a little more fuel now.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
And we have kind of been laughing at this setup. Crazy. That's the fuel tank, y'all. It's got this nice, I don't know if you call that a roll bar. I guess it's a protector. Yeah, rear crash protection maybe. But that is the fuel tank. That's a metal cover. What'd you say that was, this little plastic strap?
That's just so they know if you've been into it or not.
Ah, so a little dealership telltale. Yeah, more or less.
We're good at avoiding warranties.
Yeah,
we just had one. But.
Yeah, I think we are completely avoiding warranty. So
yeah,
but it's kind of weird. The fuel tank just basically sits in the trunk. Not a whole lot different than what hot rodders would do anyway.
Yeah, you know, not much different at all. I'm kind of actually surprised. Like, I mean, you even look at the filler neck. Like, there's not much fall there.
Yeah, and
how tall the tank is.
That's actually lines inside that. So I guess that is just, I don't know. If it leaks somewhere, it's got something to hold it.
Go,
yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm going to say it looks fairly simple to get it out. We're fixing to find out.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious where the lines are, but I think once we get the plastic cover off, I'm going to assume they're behind this. I mean, I would assume they're on top, but you never know.
Never know. What are we doing? An aeromotive pump?
Yeah, so it's actually right here. Yep. So this is made for the GM.
Oh, so it actually goes on the
the factory deal.
Factory deal. You just change the motor basically.
That's it. And you come with a new filter, sleeve, all that, and usually they're pretty plug and play on these. But I mean,
well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll make it nice, and I mean, I've ran these in a lot of cars, and they're very durable, and I've never had one run out of fuel.
Except when it don't have gas in it.
Well, that's only.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Yeah, that's only when my dad drives.
So we're swapping from suspension for a few minutes, for the day actually. Moving over to the fuel side. Got to feed the beast with that big old Edelbrock on there. Cannot wait to hear what this thing sounds like.
Me too.
This is about the wildest little setup I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really is.
The tank is...
it's definitely interesting.
Yeah. A tank in a tank, basically. And I keep going back to it. 17 years old. Look how clean this thing is. And yes, we continually take it apart, but...
That's what we're good at.
Yeah. Take it apart, put it back together, we hope. I think we're about ready.
Yeah.
Really, that wasn't that bad. I mean, just...
No, I mean, other than the filter being a little different, or the...
Yeah, the sock, or whatever you want to call it.
The filter sock, but... Yeah, other than that, I would honestly do those any day over having to drop the tank out of the car.
Yeah, this is kind of easy because you're just lifting the tank instead of holding it over your head and trying to get it down.
Yeah, that went super, super smooth.
Yeah, I mean, I know we should have showed y'all, but sometimes it's hard to film and actually get things done. Yeah. This is not a build show, I guess, really.
We don't have a camera crew. We are the camera crew.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
But the top come off, the pump comes out, a couple lines, and plug some wires in, boom.
Yeah, not really bad at all.
Not bad. Now we got an aeromotive pump in the tank going back in. This is not camera magic. Like that's back together.
Yeah.
We even put all the clips back in it.
We actually got them all come out. That's even more of a magical.
Look at that.
Like nothing ever happened.
Exactly. Like we knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
And we probably really didn't. Maybe.
Not at all. Not on a GTO.
Not on this, yeah, that's for sure.
That turned out amazing.
Fuel pump. complete. On to the next. All right. A lot of stuff we ain't never done. Well, fuel pump I've done. Fuel pump you've done.
Yeah.
But this whole suspension stuff we haven't done.
Not on a GTO.
Now what are we fixing to do that we ain't never done?
So we're waiting on the sway bar to get back from powder coat. So we decided we're going to go ahead and pin the crank. And which will be good. I've done one, but it's been a minute. Clay has never done one.
I've never done one. And
So
we do have a nice ATI balancer that come from Summit for this thing. And what's the purpose of pinning the crank, and exactly what does that mean?
because now that you have the supercharger on here, this is more of a load on the belts, and belts obviously connect to the balancer. So just kind of prevents it from slipping, because LS is from the factory just a press fit. There's nothing to hold it, nothing. The stock balancer really does nothing besides spin the belt. So now that we had supercharger, we got to stop that from spinning.
So when we start changing this, the drag goes up, which means it's making more boost, which means we could flip the balancer right off there.
Yes, and that's what we want to avoid.
So the Edelbrock kit is pretty dang cool.
Yeah, very straightforward.
All right, what do we got there?
So, new balancer bolt. Then it comes with a jig that you put the balancer on, press it on, get it to where it's going to be final seated. Put this on, tighten it up, and I want to get a little extra because normal LS balancers don't have timing marks on them. This one has timing marks on them, so I want to get number one
TDC.
as close to TDC as possible.
Top dead center, by the way, is what that means.
Yes. Sorry, I'm bad at that. And I kind of want to line up because the ATI balancer does have the degree marks.
Yeah.
Just so that way
if we want to put a light on it, we could.
Yeah. I mean, we're obviously not going to put a pointer on or anything, but I'm going to line it up with something that's pretty obvious. Mark it. That way, if you need to put a time light on, check stuff, you can do that. So, but they even gave us the pen, gave us the drill bit, and it came with a little ring.
Dang, I think we might have an airplane fixing to land out here.
The neighbor does have a helicopter.
Yeah.
That might be him. But yeah, that's what we're fixing to do. I think it'll be pretty interesting. And like I said, Clay's never done it. It's been a minute since I've done it, so perfect time.
All right. All we can do is mess it up, but we don't want to, because that means pull the crank out.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that.
No, this not on this.
I mean, if we strap it on a dyno and it makes like 1,000 horsepower and spits the crank out, I'm good with that.
We'll go again.
Yeah, I'll happily put a crank in at that point. But.
All right, we're going to make that balancer more permanent.
Yes.
That's quite the drill bit you got there.
Yeah, no, it really is. It's hard to handle.
So we're about to start drilling the keyway hole. We've got our little tool in there. Let's show them that right quick. So that's in there, and you just drill a hole.
Yep.
Through half of the balancer and half the crank.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Pretty simple.
It really is.
Well, it sounds simple. We haven't done it yet.
Yeah, we hadn't done it yet. That's not exactly like cardboard you're fixing to start drilling through.
No.
I'm going to tell y'all the truth. This is kind of nerve-wracking. You got a super nice balancer, a super nice crankshaft, and we're sitting here
Drilling a hole in it.
drilling a hole in it. Yeah. Hot rod stuff.
I want to grab a flashlight.
Never know what you'll get. So I fly all the way up here, obviously to work on the GTO. But somehow, some way, Jeff's not here. He's out having fun. Where's he at? The Power Cruise in Brainerd, Minnesota. And what am I doing? What is Jeffrey doing? What's Trippy doing? We are mounting freaking tires for Jeff's Mini Cooper. And 22 5s.
Yep.
He calls, hey, get them tires mounted. Okay, Jeff, I'll remember that. Every time I show up, it's like you got a project that I got to get involved with, like putting fuel pumps on golf carts, stuff like that. Mini Cooper tires, trailer tires. Jeff, I'll remember. All right, we're into our next day here. The Scholarship GTO. I don't really know if that's what we're calling it. That's what I keep saying. It's Scholarship GTO.
Sounds good.
What's the agenda?
We gotta drop the cradle to get the sway bar out.
And then, while we got that out, we finally opened the box to our Stainless Works exhaust system. The headers look freaking awesome. Actually, all of it does. And we were just talking about the kit is marked very well where it all goes. This thing, going to be 50 state legal. Cool little cat here. It's not something you normally do.
I've never put a cat on. I usually grab a hammer and haul them out, put them on.
But that's because it's racetrack use only. So this thing is going to be straight up 50 state legal. Won't be much longer after we get the cradle out, get the sway bar in, get the Pedders struts back on.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we're moving right along.
Stuck the radiator back in, got a measurement for the intercooler, for the supercharger. We're getting lots done.
Yeah, we really are. I mean, we're getting down to the point where it's like, man, there's really nothing too exciting or hard left to do.
But we got some surprises left for y'all.
Yes, we do.
You won't see them for a little while, but SEMA's coming. What is it? It's August, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, August. So we're going to keep poking away at this thing, get some stuff done. I am going to do like always and sneak out of here and leave Jeffrey with a lot of hard stuff to get done later here today, but we're moving.
Yeah, we're getting there.
All right, all you Pontiac purists, you're really going to kill us now because guess what? We're dropping the cradle right out of this thing.
Yep, it's time for headers.
Got to get a little room, make it easy to get the headers on. We're also in the process of getting this sway bar off so we can get a nice new one on, although that one is nice and new. We continue to giggle in amazement how nice everything comes apart though, because it's not dirty.
No, not at all. Dude. Now that throttle body will fit perfect.
We could even put the brace back across.
Yeah.
Whew, I'm going to tell y'all, it wasn't crazy, but it's out. I guess it was a little crazy.
Yeah.
But
for a sway bar, that was a little extravagant.
So you can see there's a gap from here to here. But to be honest, I think we were probably just a little more nervous than anything. Again, this thing is freaking museum quality. I know I've heard that on the comments. We shouldn't be touching it. But a little bit of work, a little bit of nervousness just to make sure we're not going to hurt anything. But we got the stock sway bar out. We'll get the Pedders sway bar back in, and whoever ends up buying this thing at the auction will have a car that has no body roll.
No, zero. And then a lot of effort went in for no body roll.
Yeah. And while we're at this point, I'm going to try to get the headers slid up in there. And you said these things will just like turn
kind of like a real nice like golden brown.
What I always kind of say is titanium color, which looks good. Be like Dentley. If y'all have watched the channel and looked at Dentley, it's kind of got that nice golden brown look after they get some temp in them.
They'll be beautiful once it warms up.
Yep, no coating needed.
It's nothing.
Stainless.
Lifetime.
Boom. All right, we are rolling right along here. I'm going to slide under the car. You can see we've got our boxes that are holding everything up. Yes is safe, people. Driver side headers in, passenger side headers in. We had to move the steering rack. And I mean, to be honest, it was like a lot easier since we have the K-member drop down. The headers look freaking great. I mean, that looks really good. Stainless Works really did a great job. They tuck right in. They're not touching anything. Really pretty good. Passenger side, absolute breeze. And you can see, even in this video, there's tons of clearance. The driver side, yep, she's tighter, but there's plenty of room in between frame rail The steering actually looks like we hadn't reattached it yet. We got to put the K-member back up, but all looks pretty straightforward coming together. Scholarship GTO, gonna be nice. All right, me and Jeffrey and Jeff, even though we're giving him crap for not being here.
Yeah, he got the easy job today.
We are all about going.
Yeah.
But we got something here that is going to be all about stopping.
Hey, to go fast, you gotta slow down.
Boom. Look at that. The GTO is fixing to get a set of bare brakes, baby. Yeah. Dude, I cannot believe we're putting bare brakes on this thing.
I can't believe it either. 14-inch ones.
Golly.
That is a big brake compared to like what we're used to in the drag racing world. You usually don't have a 14-inch brake.
Holy moly.
Say, let's open it up, see what we got.
Let's open some boxes. This thing is going to be a going, turning, stopping machine. We may have to start saving our pennies. Get in on the bidding.
Oh, I know my dad already said he's gonna bid on it.
All right, I'm sitting here in the big chair like a kid at Christmas. Holy moly, look at these freaking brakes. They're gigantic. 6 piston calipers. I've never in my life seen, other than driving down the road, you might spot a set of bare brakes, but holy crap, is this thing going to have some nice stuff on it. It already does. I mean, this car has just done gotten absolutely out of control. Me and Jeffrey were just sitting here talking, taking our little lunch break. This thing is going to be bad to the bone. Edelbrock supercharger, comp cam, the stainless works headers, the beautiful freaking bare brakes, all the Pedders suspension. I don't know that I will have ever driven a car that will have this kind of power for stopping and going, and I don't know nothing about turning left and right, but this thing with all the suspension upgrades, holy crap. 6 piston bare brakes, big old rotors. Wow. All right, it is definitely Christmas Day around here. So if y'all follow along a whole lot of NHRA drag racing, there's a guy named Paul Lee. Paul Lee's my buddy, and he owns a company called McLeod. He found out we were doing the GTO, and he's like, hey, we got to put a clutch in that thing, so check out what just showed up here. Straight from McLeod Racing. They've been around forever. Boom, brand spanking new clutch for this thing. The clutch in here, obviously, in this GTO is, there's zero wrong with it. The car has no miles on it, but we're up in the horsepower a lot. Got a lot more clamping force right here in this brand new unit. He even sent us a flywheel. Cannot wait. Get a new clutch put in this GTO. Thank you, Paul Lee and McLeod Racing. The Scholarship GTO. Lots of go, lots of stop, lots of turn. Cannot wait to test drive this bad boy. Saying our kind of normal thing is a BS session before we leave.
Oh yeah.
I have one thing I want to talk about a little bit. So I've noticed on the last video that we did on the GTO when I was here, people saying stuff like they're watching a sponsored video. And my reply to that is, this project that CRC is having us do here would not be here without CRC, without Summit Racing, without Bare Brakes, without Stainless Works, without Pedders. This car is going to be auctioned off and all the money is going to scholarship funds.
Yeah.
So before you make the comment about, oh, it's a sponsored video, yes it is, but we wouldn't even be doing it.
But you have a chance to get this car that all them sponsors put all that into.
Yeah.
So
for a good cause. I mean, it's 10 young people are going to get scholarships because of Edelbrock, Comp Cams, all the other people we mentioned. So anyway, I wanted to get that right out there on the video because it was funny seeing some of those comments. I'm like, we're not building this for us.
No.
We're building it for scholarship funds, thanks to CRC and all those people that we mentioned. You know, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. You see some weird comments sometimes.
I don't read comments.
I know you said you don't. I read them all.
Stay away from comments.
I read them all, and sometimes they hurt your feelings, but that's okay. But truth is, I have had a blast. What are we, day 3 in?
Yeah, day 3.
And I got to get ready to go back to work, and you got to get the GTO ready. And
yep, I got to get trailer loaded, ready for my dad to head west. But I mean, we got a lot of stuff done on this.
We really
in
did.
3 days, we accomplished a lot.
Yeah, we really, really did. I mean, yes, it's sitting here with the cradle still down, and yes, I'm leaving a lot of work for Jeffrey to get done, but we got to get to our day jobs.
Yep.
We got to get that done, and there is some more surprises coming with this thing. Parts wise, I think we're pretty close, but we've got some other stuff coming that y'all are gonna have to wait for. It's gonna be pretty dang cool, actually.
Yeah, no, it's going to be very cool, and it's going to be a big surprise that probably not a lot of y'all are going to expect to see. So.
Yeah. I do want y'all to comment, good comments. Tell us what y'all would like to see us do with this car for fun before it heads to SEMA. What would y'all like to see us do? We were kind of just BSing about it while we were getting the headers put in. Like, we think that we're going to have, or you are going to have this thing done to where maybe we got a few weeks before it leaves for SEMA. We hope.
I think we should. I mean, we got to have fun with the car too before everyone else does.
So if y'all were us and you had this hot rod and it wasn't yours, and they gave you the keys to it, what would you go do with it? I don't know what it is.
That's where we're going to be afraid to read the comments.
That's true. That is true. I do want to tell you, we for sure are going to put it back on the dyno, which is sitting right over there. Also, tell us what you think it's going to make for power. It made 335 or 337.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was in the 330s.
330, whatever. At the tire, so I'm curious what it will make with the Edelbrock supercharger on there and the cam and the headers.
I got a pretty good guess, but I'm gonna
let them guess.
Yeah, let them guess.
I do too. I got a guess, but
we've done quite a few supercharged cars here with similar motors, similar setup, so
yep,
got some experience in that. And
share this with people that you think might be interested in this car. Again, the whole scholarship thing is just amazing what CRC's doing. I know I won't be able to afford it, but don't think I ain't gonna run that bid up on Jeff somehow, some way.
Oh, yeah, no, we're all gonna be bidding on it. Yeah.
But I don't know the exact date or whatever, but it's going to be at a Millican auction next year because SEMA's not till the end of October, and then it'll have a little bit of time. I think it's going to go to some car shows, that sort of thing, with CRC, and then, but it'll be out of our hands. So that's back to the
probably a good thing. Yeah,
probably because it's probably not a good thing what I just said. Comment what y'all would do with the car if you had it for a few weeks.
I mean, give us some ideas. I mean, some we'll use, some we definitely can't use. But
you know what? I don't even want to start giving people ideas, but we are drag racers. Plain and simple. That's what we are.
100%.
But man, I think it would be cool to maybe take this thing and like autocross it.
Oh,
I know we wouldn't be good at it, you know what I mean? But I think it would be just cool to find out how good this thing will handle.
100%. I mean, and we got to make suspension adjustments.
Yeah.
What better way than taking it to the track and doing what we think? And I mean, we got the brakes to handle everything. I mean, it's gonna be really set up for multiple things.
Yeah, it really, really is. I can't wait. The other thing that would be really fun, and this won't happen, this is just me purely yakking, but Emily Reeves, I would love to call you out for a drag race. Roxy versus the Scholarship GTO. That would be fun. We probably can't make that happen. We're like separated by thousands of miles, but man, that would be cool.
Yeah,
I don't even know how fast Roxy is. I might be biting off way more than I can chew, but
that I don't know.
I don't either. So
but one way to find out.
One way to find out. Emily Reeves, you have officially been called out. Here's the next problem though.
What's that?
Ain't neither one of us drag raced a manual shift with any success. I think you were talking about the Hondas. How many when you had Hondas? How many clutches you tore up?
Oh, that was on the street. I never even made it to the sticky track. They broke before I even got there. But
And I was talking about my 69 Dodge Charger that I threw the clutch out of it because I did not put a pilot bearing in the end of the crankshaft. And before y'all blow me up about that, I was 15 years old when that happened. But I didn't know no better.
Hey, you live, you learn.
Yeah,
now we know.
Now we know. And my phone is being held up by that McLeod box. And I noticed there's a brand new crankshaft bushing in there.
Yeah, and it will get changed. So I think it'll be good, though. I mean, I'm curious to see what people say, what we should do with the car.
Yeah, me too.
And even racing Emily, that'd be cool. I mean,
it really would be.
Neither one of us to race a stick, but never too late to learn.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And now I'm sitting here thinking a good prep racetrack would be fun to rev this thing up and.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it's got good axles in it.
Yeah.
We can throw some good tires on it. I mean, it's got all the supporting mods. I don't see why it'd be an issue.
I think it'd be awesome. Anyway, guys, we could sit here and ramble forever because we're really good at that, and we're at a stopping point at the moment.
Yep.
Jeffrey's got to head to Tulsa. I got to head to Memphis and then head to Topeka. But as always, I appreciate you guys watching, liking, subscribing, sharing, and definitely comment. One other quick thing. I'm actually going to pause the video for a moment and come back. I have something else to talk about.
Okay.
Be right back. So just recently, our friend Tom Bailey, kind of a drag week star like the Lutz family is.
Yep.
All of y'all, if you don't know Tom Bailey, just go follow his YouTube channel. He basically twisted my arm, and now you can go get a Dentley shirt. There's actually a couple different colors on there and a Stomp on the Loud Pedal shirt. Description down below or above or wherever they go. I've never really done a t-shirt commercial.
Neither have I. It's first.
Yeah, but the one thing, Tom did that for us, and basically when you order it, you're going to his website and ordering it, and he ships it out. I've never really done the online thing because I'm gone too much, and Tom was awesome in doing that. But our shirts, we don't keep the money. We actually donate the money to animal rescue. Anyway, I'm babbling. Dentley shirts, Stomp on the Loud Pedal shirts. Look in the description, click the link, and you'll help out some puppies. Not mine. Mine are spoiled. They don't need anything. They got more than they need, to be honest with you. Donna has ruined those dogs.
Oh, every dog's spoiled.
Yeah, yeah. And if they're not, they should be. That's why we're trying to help out the animal rescue. All right, now we'll see you in the next one.